The story of Crazy Joe was torn from yesterday's headlines, and it's as terrifying as tomorrow's.
Good morning. Welcome back to Crazy Joe's Concession Stand. I'm Crazy Joe. We have another physical media review for you. This one was sent to me by our friends at Warner Brothers, and it's a 2015 film that I did see in the theater, and it's now available for the first time on 4K. And that is the 2015 reboot of Vacation. Don't let it fool you. Some people want to classify this as a remake. This is actually a sequel. This is Vacation Part 5. Ed Helms is playing a now grown-up Rusty Griswold, taking his family on a trip to Walley World, just as his father, Clark Griswold, took them to Walley World years before. I saw this in the theater, and I haven't seen it since. I kind of feel like this is a mixed bag because what works really works. There's some really funny parts in here. There's some really funny parts. The part with the rat, the guy with the rat, I'm not going to say anymore. The guy with the rat. That's all you need to hear. That's not the joke. The joke isn't that he has a rat. I'm not going to spoil the joke, but when you see a guy in this movie show up with a rat, funniest part of the movie, I think. That joke, the rat bit, kills me. And there's some other really, really funny bits in here, too, that really work. I know Chevy Chase is in here as Clark Griswold, who's now a grandfather to Rusty's kids. And he has some really funny non sequiturs later on in the film. Chevy really made me some really funny parts. But there's something that really doesn't work about this film, and that is Rusty Griswold's two kids. His sons are named James and Kevin, and they don't feel real. They don't feel like real kids. What do I mean by that? Okay, look, if you watch the original Vacation movies, Rusty and Audrey Griswold, they felt like a real brother and sister. They kind of bicker. They acted like normal kids would act. They were a little nondescript. They were the main stars. You know, Clark was the main star, and Beverly D'Angelo was Ellen. So the kids kind of were a little more second fiddle. So they didn't really have really well-defined personality traits in any of the four original Vacation films. But they felt like real kids. Rusty's kids, James and Kevin, feel like what's going on here? These kids don't look like they would exist in reality. Like, you've got the younger boy, this guy over here, Kevin, bullies his older brother. Right there, that's a little weird. He uses the younger one, Kevin, uses a lot of extreme profanity. He drops F-bombs. He says all kinds of outrageous things. And he does it in front of his parents. And Rusty and his wife, played by Christina Applegate, never really seem to, they'll go like, hey, don't say that. But they never seem to really correct him. Now, look, I know kids use profanity. I've heard kids use profanity. I was a kid. I was in the schoolyard. I know kids talk like that. But not usually in front of their parents. Usually that's the kind of thing that mom and dad aren't in the room. Maybe they're gonna start mouthing off and using profanity. You don't often hear kids talking like this in front of their parents. It just didn't feel real to me. These kids felt like the kind of kids that would only exist in a movie. They didn't seem like they had any place in a real world. Other than that, look, this is a pretty good entry. This is certainly not the worst Vacation movie. That's still the second film, European Vacation. It's still the worst film in the franchise. And the made-for-TV film, Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure. That is by far the worst. I'm not even counting that because it wasn't a theatrical release, though. That was a made-for-TV movie. But there's no argument. That's the worst film in the franchise. But that and European Vacation are much weaker than this. This is not a bad entry. All right, so we get now it's on 4K for the first time. We get a lot of special features on here. We get the return to Walley World, which is all about how they're going back to Walley World. They interview the directors. They talk about how did we come up with this idea to send them back to Walley World, which is where they went in the original Vacation movie. A lot of interviews with the cast and crew. Something like about a 10-minute featurette. Then we have the Griswold Odyssey, gag reel, and deleted scenes. So not exactly jam-packed, but not bad for a bare bones 4K disc. And bare bones it is. Look, you're getting the movie, no digital code. You don't get a digital code with this one. You don't get a Blu-ray with this. No Blu-ray. Just one 4K of the film. That's all you get. So for a rather bare bones film, it's nice to have some special features on there. Not many, but the film looks great. It's got some laughs. If you're a fan of the Vacation franchise, and this is now the third Vacation film to come out in the 4K format. You've got the original, Christmas Vacation, and this one are the three that are available in 4K. No word yet on if we're going to be getting European or Vegas. It would be nice to get European and Vegas, so we have all five on 4K. But I'd like to thank Warner Brothers for sending me this. I think this is a must-have for any fan of the Vacation franchise. And yeah, in stores now, I should say. Until next time, keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the plastic feet.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Tell everyone you meet.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the back door flap.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Don't open, it's a trap.
Oh no,
it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander pajamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas.
Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas.
And now we're having fun.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
And now the song is done.